Hello, welcome to our beginner's yoga class with Ram. So we'll start by doing a warm-up. So starting by going on our hands and knees, wrist underneath the shoulders, knees below the hips, hip width apart, and as you exhale, start arching from the base of the spine. And as you inhale, sink the spine and look up. That's it, going back and forth with your breath. You may notice a little bit of cracking in your back as your vertebra release. That's perfectly normal. And just move with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. Making the movement slow and deliberate, trying to ripple up your spine from the base right up to your neck. This is really beneficial because we do a lot of sitting. This helps to release some of the vertebrae in your spine. Good, now just coming to a pause, and we're going to do the dynamic ovation. As you exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose. And as you exhale, look up, take the leg back, moving back and forth with your breath. Good. And changing sides. Bring your left knee and nose toward each other. Good, and come back to the center. We do shoulder blade stretch. Inhale up the right arm. And exhale through, resting on the top of your shoulder. Taking 3 breaths here. Good. Changing sides. Inhale up the left arm. Exhale through. 3 breaths. And changing. Inhale up the right arm again. Exhale through. Good. Come back to the middle. Inhale up the left arm. And exhale through. Good, and just go in the middle and putting your big toes together. Spread your knees apart as far as they'll go. Keep your big toes together. Stretch it out. And if you want, you can just go forward. Go into your elbows. Releasing in your groin. Using your breath to release. Using each exhalation to release in your groin. If that's a good enough stretch, then stay there. If you want more stretch, just go all the way down and breathe and release, but only if it's possible and comfortable. You always want to stretch only to 80% of your capacity. So no need to overdo it. Good, and now pushing up. Bring your knees together and just resting in child's pose. Let your lower back completely release. Good, and now come up to standing. We do our sun salutations to warm up. Just standing at the front of your mat, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Standing up nice and tall. Good. Inhale and exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, forward bend. You can bend your knees if you need to. Put your hands on the floor. Step back with the right leg. Drop your knee to the floor. Look up. Other leg back. Plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop onto your left knee. Your right foot forward. Other leg forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left leg back, take your knee to the floor, look up. And other leg back. Exhale, knee, chest, chin, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop onto your right knee, bring your left foot forward. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now we'll do once more on each side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, right leg back, take your knee to the floor, look up. Other leg back, push-up position. Knee, chest, chin, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your left knee to the floor, right foot forward. Other leg forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. And left leg back, other leg back. Knee, chest, chin. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your right knee to the floor, left foot forward. Other leg forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Now we're going to do our standing sequence. Standing on your mat. Standing up nice and tall, and just going to inhale up the arms. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release through your mouth. And inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good. Inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your nose. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Coming up. Stretch all the way up. And exhale, release. Shift the weight into your right foot. Getting ready for tree pose. Getting the left foot into position above or below the knee, wherever is comfortable. It doesn't really matter wherever you can maintain your balance. So if you can only maintain your balance here, just stay here. If it's possible to bring your foot higher, then bring it higher. And just settle into the posture. Taking 5 breaths. Good, and then exhale, release. Shift it sides. Take the other leg, either below the knee or up on the thigh above the knee. And just inhale the arms up. Stay here for a count of 5. Keep breathing deeply through your nose. Good, and then release. I'm going to change sides. This time you're going to grab the left foot with the right hand and just let the knee drop and just settle into the pose. For 5 exhalations. Good, and then release. Changing sides. Grabbing the right foot with the left hand, bring the heel in toward the groin and releasing the knee down. I'm going to hold it, I'm going to hold the position for 5 exhalations. Good, and then release. Bend your knees, big toes together, knees together, and look up between your hands. Keep breathing deeply. Inhale, exhale, sink a bit lower. Good, inhale, release. Interlace your palms to the ceiling. Inhale, and exhale to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Once more to each side. And release. Now we're going to go into triangle. So turning the right foot out at 90 degrees, turning the back foot in, the left foot in towards the right foot, extend the arms and bending it, so bending right at the hip joint and stretch forward. Putting a hand on your ankle or shin and extending that top arm up. Turn, look at your thumb. Working that top hip back, working that top arm back. Good, inhale, come up. Other side. Inhale, exhale, over to the other side. Keep working that top hip back, top arm back a little. Good, inhale, come up. And change. Inhale, exhale, bend the front knee, warrior 2. Make sure your knee doesn't bend past your ankle. Looking over the tip of your middle finger, arms level, hands level with the shoulders. Good. And change. Set your feet. Inhale, exhale, over to the other side. Looking over the tip of your middle finger. Opening up in the groin. Good. And then changing sides. Inhale, exhale, forearm onto the thigh. And then the left arm over. If you can bring your arm right by your head, turn your head towards your armpit. Change sides. Inhale, exhale, arm onto, and then over. Good. Inhale, come up. And we're going to go into warrior 3. So turn, so your hips are facing directly forward. And then as you inhale the arms, and look up. Bending the front knee, keeping the back leg straight, and making a slight arch, looking up. Good. Inhale, come up. Change. Make sure your hips are facing directly forward. So that means you need to turn in your back foot more. So your hips are facing directly forward. And then you can bend the knee, inhale the arms up. And if you want, you can do a bit of a back bend. Lightly bring your arms. And release. Now just open your legs out wide and go onto your hands. Open them as wide as they possibly go and just hold that position. If you want more stretches, just bend your elbows a little bit. Opening up in your inner legs. Keep breathing deeply. And then move your feet together. And then just hang, bend your knees, and let yourself hang. Yeah, don't be afraid to bend your knees a fair bit, so you can just let your lower back relax and just hang. Good. Bend your knees deeply. Put your hands on your hips and slowly roll up. Good. We're finished. Going to the right, hips facing directly forward, narrower stance, holding the elbow with the opposite hand, or putting your hands in reverse prayer position, whichever is appropriate. Inhale up and exhale, stretch forward. And just release your head and just breathing deeply, release into the pose. Good. Inhale, come up. And change sides. Inhale, look up. And exhale, straight forward. Good. And then inhale, come up. And release. Shake out your wrists. And we'll move into our inverted sequence. Let's start with downward facing dog. So just go on your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. And lift up high into your toes. Get those hips as high as they can. Push on your hands. Hands shoulder width apart. And try not to move your hips, and you can slowly lower your heels a little bit. They may not come to the floor, that's fine. Wherever they are, just hold the position. Nice long spine, neck and shoulders are relaxed. Good. And then just bend your knees and rest in child's pose. Good. Now we'll do some dolphins. Have your elbows about shoulder width apart. And you can come up on your feet. If this is too much, just bend your knees. Otherwise, just let them do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And just bend your knees and just rest in child's pose. If you find it child's pose difficult, just make a pillow with your arms. Or if it's more comfortable, you can just take your arms by your feet. Good. And inhale, come up. Good. Now let's, yeah, that's good. So let's move on to our back bend sequence. So start by lying on your back. And just make a pillow with your arms. Turn your head to one side. Feet are pointed. And just let yourself sink into your mat. Lift up your head, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, release. Lift your arms up, hands behind, lift, and release. And lift up your head, and take the left arm, right leg up. And release. And look up, inhale, right arm, left leg. And exhale, release. Now get ready, lifting your head and both arms, both feet. And release. Okay, now bend your heels towards your buttocks. And just take one hand back, see what you can grab. Your ankle or shin or your heel. You can grab your ankle, lift your head off the floor. And inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Take your shoulder, slide your hands underneath your shoulders, take your buttocks to your heels and just stretch out your back. Keep your arms in front and just stretch out your back. Inhale, come up. And roll over onto your back. Getting ready to do bridge posture. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. And then inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Good. This time, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders under. Good, and lift your hips up high. Breathing, and you can lift up the right leg. And release other leg. And release. And slide your hands apart and exhale. And just bend your knees towards your chest. Just grab your knees and just draw them towards your chest. Stretching out your lower back. So you can do another set of bridge postures, or if you're more flexible and you have the flexibility in your shoulders and your arms, you can just try let's try a half wheel. But for many of you, you may not be able to do it, so just stick with the bridge. But if you know you can do this, then you can go ahead and give this a try. Just watch once and then you can try yourself. Good. And just lift up onto your head. And then release. Good. And then just bend your knees towards your stomach. And make a circle with your knees. Good, and just roll onto your right side. We'll do our sitting forward bends, starting with the right leg forward, left leg in. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, stretch forward, drop your hands, release your head. Relax your head and shoulders. Good, and then inhale, come up. Exhale, release, other side. Inhale up. And exhale, stretch forward. And now keep breathing deeply, using the breath to soften your hamstrings and your hips and your groin. Good. Exhale, release both feet together. Inhale, exhale, stretch forward. Drop your hands, reach your hand. Good, inhale. Exhale, open your legs wide as it possibly can go. Good. And we're going to face the left leg, and you're going to stretch forward. Just hold on to your ankle or shin or your toe if that's possible. You may just need to reach onto your shin. And just let yourself head release. And just breathe and release. Good. And change sides. Good. And come on, open your legs a little wider. And just go to the middle. You may not be able to go very far. That's okay. You might just be able to go a little bit or go as far as is possible. If you're a beginner, you may not be able to go that far. And just stretch. And where you find a good working position, just breathe and release your head. Softening the hamstring. Good. And then come back up. And now we're going to half face. So you're going to take your right arm onto your ankle or shin and take the other arm over. If that's not uncomfortable, just go back a little bit. If that's feeling comfortable, just go reach for your big toe and stretch. Breathing deeply. Try to lift up your chest toward the ceiling. Breathe and release. Good, and then change sides. Going on to the right side. For me, this is much stiffer than the other side. Again, just try and go over. Good, come back to the middle. Open your legs wide and just stretch out into the middle again. Good, and just slowly come back, bring your legs together. Okay, so let's do, we're going to do a balancing posture. So what you do is go into plank position. And it's important, don't have your bum lifted, have your body straight. And what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight onto the side of your foot. in this case my left foot, left hand on the ground, and then you can either use the other foot to support yourself and just come up. If you can also do it this way. And if that feels comfortable, just stack on top. If you can't do it, just bring your foot onto the ground to help you with your balance. Good, and then the same thing on the other side. Shift your weight onto the right foot. Either you can start with the foot on the ground, or on, closer to your foot, or on top of the other foot. Good, and you can even try sliding that top leg up. Good, come back to center, and just come back with your knees. Now I'm going to show you the best quadricep stretch ever. So just roll up your mat. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your hands and knees. You're going to put one knee right into the wall. Okay? So you just stay low. And then you'll see, this is quite an intense stretch, so be gentle with yourself. So if you should be feeling a stretch in your quadricep. This feels okay. So the next step is to come up. If this is too much, go back to where you were. Good. So you should be feeling a stretch, and then if you want more stretch, you just bend that front knee and take those arms up. Good, and then release. Again, only go as far as is comfortable. So again, start here. That's comfortable. You can just see where you come onto your foot. If that's comfortable, come up onto all the way up. And you can otherwise you can bend. Good, and then release. Good, and now we'll go into our closing sequence. It's just lying on your back. Your arms are up to the side. So to put your left foot on your right knee, go over to the right. You can hold the foot down with your arm, opposite arm, and you can make a circle with your arm. Just adjust myself. And just make sure your head is comfortable. You may need to put a block or pillow under your neck if your head is hanging. And just circle your arms. And circle the other way. Good, change directions. Rotate your arm in the other direction. Good. And just finish up on this side. Roll over at your back. And go the other way. Right foot on the left knee, go over to the left. And then hold the knee down and make a circle with your right arm. And just keeps changing directions. Good, and now finish up. And get yourself ready for final relaxation. Lying on your back, feet hip width apart, let your feet flop out to the side, hands away from your body, palms facing up. And just start by taking a couple of deep breaths. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Just let yourself completely go. No need to hold anything. The floor is there to support you. And now breathing through your nose, letting your breath come to a natural rhythm. Bring the awareness to your right foot, squeezing the toes of your right foot, tensing the whole leg, lifting off the floor and release. Squeezing the toes of the left foot against the leg, lift it off the floor and release. Squeezing your buttocks together, lifting your hips off the floor and release. Tightening your stomach, pressing the small of the back into the floor and release. Lifting up your chest, bring your shoulder blades together and release. And now take your shoulders up towards your ears, and then down towards your hips and release. Now slowly move your head from side to side, releasing any tension in your neck. Be sure to move slowly. And now just come back to center. Finally squeeze out all the muscles in your face towards your nose. Squeeze tight and release. And now just let your body completely sink into your mat. And just keep the focus on your breathing and count your breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2 until 5. And then back to 1. If your mind begins to wander at any point, bring back to the awareness of the breath and the counting. So just keep coming back to that. And begin to deepen your breathing. And begin to move your fingers and your toes. And just hug your knees into your chest. And just roll over onto your right side and stay there. Use your arm as a pillow. And slowly you can start becoming aware of your surroundings and slowly open your eyes. And just come sitting. And namaste. Thank you very much. I'll see you the next time.